What's up, my friends? Hey, we're back at it again. It's been a while, I know. I've been working two jobs for the past 2 months or so, and a little longer, and it's been a lot. So I just haven't had time to film anything or any of that. But all that aside, I'm actually going to do an unboxing of some Warhammer stuff. I've been playing Warhammer lately, been painting, getting into it, which is intense. But I got into Warhammer last year over the summer. Up in the iCard is the unboxing that I did of, I think it was the Elite version or something like that. It was basically the starter, just hopping into it. But I've been playing for a little bit now, and we're gonna unbox a Space Marine patrol box, combat patrol to be exact. So let's hop into that. All right, and here it is, the Combat Patrol Space Marine box. Comes with 18 miniatures. Pretty excited for it. So let's just go ahead and unbox this. All right, so for those who are curious, this is what it comes with. I have to build, paint, and do all that fun stuff. So we're just gonna go ahead and take it out of the box. And because everybody loves, for some reason, to see what the manual looks like, I'm just gonna go ahead and speed through it. The build is pretty simple for the most part. When I first started building this, I actually only used super glue, which now I actually have retired the super glue, and I use plastic cement. But here are some of the sprues, some of the tracks with all of the good stuff on it. This is the bases. Here's some more sprues or tracks, whatever you want to call them. More bases. Big boy base. And then some transfer sheets. That's going to be fun to put on. And empty box. Sweet. So from here, I'm just going to go ahead and just maybe build one for y'all so that you can see what it's like. It does require work. There's effort. It takes time, but it is fun, especially if you love working with your hands. Right now I'm building one of the Eliminator Squad units. So when I first started building this, I realized something. None of it is clip-on. Everything you have to glue, which actually blew my mind because the first one that I bought wasn't like that. So I had to come back the next day. All right, everything's glued, and now it's time to base, all that good stuff. And here I'm just using a whatever brush that I have, nothing crazy, and I'm just applying some paint onto it. Trying to do as thin layers as possible. First I went thick, and then I pulled off. But that's how it looked like when it was dried, which actually looks pretty nice by itself. A part of me wants to just keep it all black, but I know that the paint's gonna look nice. So here's the super glue I was using. Some pretty jank super glue, I will say that for sure. But anyways, we won't talk too much about that. I'm just super gluing some of the pieces together as I finished painting. And then I went ahead and repainted. Now I wanted to do a light dry brush, but this was like literally my first time dry brushing, and definitely not a dry brush. That is a full coat of silver paint. So I put that one to the side and I tried again. And for those who don't know, you gotta barely have any paint apparently. And this one came out way better, more of what I was trying to go for. So that was pretty exciting. When I saw that, I thought to the other one, I gotta repaint that black and do that all over again. But pretty much I did this whole setup, everything, for all of the Space Marines that I built. The black and then the silver dry brush. Then I went ahead and I used the blue, and one of the ideas I wanted to go for as I was painting these guys was pretty much realism. In my head I was thinking, all right, so I know like the photos showed nothing but blue, but in my head I was like, you know, what if this was a little more armor-esque? So here I'm just painting some pieces, not everything. This is kind of what I went for. I did change it up a little bit as I kept on progressing in the paint job, but this was, it's looking good. And I mean, for some people, you might look at this and be like, that looks disgusting, but I liked it. So I went ahead and I got some of this gold, pretty much, I mean, for us basic people. And I just hit up the trimming whatever was supposed to be gold, I hit that up. And I really wasn't caring if I went over some of the blue, because, you know, you could always just go ahead and hit it up with blue again. And that's what I'm doing right here. Just fixing up any messes that I made on my Space Marines. And, you know, this one was pretty much done for the most part. I did add a couple of details afterwards. I don't know if I'll show it here, but it was looking good. It was looking good. Technically, this is tabletop ready. Wanted to add some red, obviously, for the eyes, because that just stands out. Like, look at that. That looks so good. And then also, I did paint the backpack a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but something simple, so it has a little bit of pop. And I pretty much did this once again for all my Space Marines. Homie with the helmet, without the helmet actually, painted his face some like flesh color that I found. But yeah, and then something that I didn't show here was I did do the bases, and I didn't show how I did the bases in this video. If you want to see how the bases came out for the Space Marines, then go ahead and actually subscribe, and that video will definitely drop out. Well, with that being said, my friends, it was an honor and a privilege. And until next time, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because there's a lot more to come. Trust me, there's going to be a lot. Have a good one. Cheers.